Here I am teaching Python to beginners. Who all are want to learn Python can join here. In the previous live session I completed some topics using this site. I'm teaching Python here. तो मतलब लास्ट लाइव सेशन में मैंने कवर किया था डिक्शनरी तक, तो आगे का जो भी टॉपिक्स हैं आप कंटिन्यू करेंगे. ये ऑनलाइन कंपाइलर है, आप ये मोबाइल में भी ओपन कर सकते हैं, नहीं तो लैपटॉप है तो लैपटॉप में भी ओपन कर सकते हैं. अब क्रोम पर जाकर पाइथन ऑनलाइन कंपाइलर सर्च किया तो आपको ये मिल जाएगा. पाइथन if statement. Python supports the usual logic conditions from mathematics. Equals, not equals, less than, greater than. मतलब हम कैसे चेक कर सकते हैं वैल्यूज़ को कंडीशन यूज़ करके, उसके बारे में है. तो यहाँ कोड है, मैंने कॉपी किया इसको, मैं यहाँ पर प्रिंट करूँगा इसको. तो ए का वैल्यू है 33, ए वैल्यू इज़ 33 एंड बी वैल्यू इज़ 200. 200 greater than 33. Here checking values with the condition. तो मतलब यहाँ कंडीशन चेक करेगा बी ए से बड़ा है या नहीं, मतलब बड़ा है तो ए प्रिंट हो जाएगा. बी इज़ ग्रेटर देन ए, नहीं तो हम एल्स में ऐड करेंगे. प्रिंट नॉट ग्रेटर, ए इज़ ग्रेटर. तो हम ऐसे लिख सकते हैं. तो अभी आउटपुट में क्या आएगा, अभी बी ग्रेटर है, बी का वैल्यू है 200, ए का वैल्यू 33. तो अभी बी ग्रेटर है तो ये प्रिंट हो जाएगा बी इज़ ग्रेटर देन ए. तो अभी क्या करूँगा, मैं इसका वैल्यू बढ़ा देता हूँ. तो अभी ए का वैल्यू 332, बी का वैल्यू 200, 332 ग्रेटर देन बी. तो अभी क्या होगा, ये प्रिंट होगा ए इज़ ग्रेटर. तो ऐसे हम कंडीशन को अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. if else. How if statements work. The if statement evaluates the conditions, an expression that result in true or false. If the condition is true, the code block inside the if statement is executed. If the condition is false, the code block is skipped. checking if a number is positive. Number greater than 0. Here 15 is greater than 0, so it will going to print here. Python elif condition. The elif keyword is Python way of saying if the previous conditions were not true, then try this condition. The elif keyword allows you to check multiple expressions for true and execute a block of code as soon as one of the conditions evaluates to true. तो elif को ऐसे यूज़ किया जाता है पाइथन में. तो ये दोनों वेरिएबल है ए एंड बी. तो पहले क्या होगा, ये चेक करेगा इफ बी ग्रेटर देन ए. तो मतलब एक कंडीशन ट्रू नहीं हुआ तो इसमें जाएगा सेकेंड वन. इट विल ट्राई सेकेंड वन elif statement a equal to b. Right now a and b values are same, then it should print like second one. तो अभी पहले क्या होगा, ए लाइन को चेक करेगा तो बी ग्रेटर देन ए है या नहीं. तो मतलब कंडीशन ट्रू नहीं हुआ तो आगे जाएगा और चेक करेगा ए इक्वल टू बी. तो अभी के लिए ए इक्वल टू बी है तो ये प्रिंट हो जाएगा ए एंड बी आर इक्वल. Multiple elif statements. You can have as many elif statements as you need. Python will check each conditions in order and execute the first one that is true. Here variable name score has the value 75. यहाँ ये वेरिएबल का वैल्यू 75 है तो यहाँ चेक कर रहा है इफ स्कोर ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 90. 90 मतलब 90 से ज़्यादा हो गया तो ए प्रिंट होगा ग्रेड ए. एलिफ स्कोर ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 80. 80 से ज़्यादा होगा तो ए प्रिंट होगा. 70 से ज़्यादा होगा तो ए प्रिंट होगा. अभी ये 70 से ज़्यादा है 75. 75 इज़ ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 70 तो ये प्रिंट हो गया ग्रेड सी. तो अभी मैं 91 लिखूँगा तो अभी क्या प्रिंट होगा, ग्रेड ए. How elif works. When you use elif, Python evaluates the conditions from top to bottom. As soon as it finds a condition that is true, it executes that block and skips all remaining conditions. day of the week checker. Day is a variable and here value is 3. Condition: if day equal to 1, then print Monday. If day equal to 2, print Tuesday. Right now day value is 3, so it will going to print Wednesday. If I change day value to 7, then what will happen? It will print Sunday. Here there is some example, you can check it once you watch this video. Python else. The else keyword catches anything which is not caught by the preceding conditions. The else statement is executed when the if condition and any elif conditions evaluate to false. Here a value is 200, b value is 33. Here first checking condition, if b greater than a, then going to print this one, b is greater than a. Otherwise elif condition, a equal to b, then it will going to print a and b are equal. A and b value, if there is equal, then it will going to print. Otherwise a is greater than b. These both conditions are not met, then it will going to else statement and it will print this one. Right now what here will happen? First condition, if b is greater than a, this condition is false and a equal to b. A is not equal to b right now. 233 are not equal. Then a is greater than b. This statement will be print right now in this code. A is greater than b. Here you can see. Else without elif. You can also have a else without elif. We can directly use else statement if there is condition only one, like this. Checking even or odd numbers. Here first variable name is number and here value is 7. If number, here number is 7, okay, divided by 2 equal to 0. 7 divided by 2 equal to 0. If condition is met, then it will going to print number is even, else it will print the number is odd. Right now 7 divided by 2, it will not 0, then this condition will skip and it will going to print this one, the number is odd. If I give here 6, then it will going to print the number is even, because 6 divided by 2 equal to 0. Here you can see the output. Short and if. One line if statement. If you have only one statement to execute, you can put it on the same line as the if statement. If condition is only single, then you can able to use like single line, you can able to write the code a is greater than b. Here checking the condition, if it is true it will going to print, otherwise I'll make this 7. It will print nothing right now because there is no condition and else statement. Logical operators, and or not, returns true if both statements are true, returns true if one of the statement is true, reverses the result, returns false if the result is true. Logical operators are used to combine conditional statement. Python has 3 logical operators: and or not. Test if A is greater than B and if C is greater than A. This is the code. Here there is a 3 variable A, B and C. So here checking condition, A is greater than B and C is greater than A. Here A value is 200 and B value is 33. A is greater than B. This is okay. It is true. And C greater than A. C value is 500 and A value is 200. This also condition is true. Right now it will going to print both conditions are true. If I going to change 700, then it will print nothing because 700 greater than A. See here, there is no answer. If I want to print something here, I can use else statement and print here. Else condition. Now it will going to print this one. Nested if. What is nested if? You can have if statement inside if statements. This is called nested if statement. This is the code, so I am going to run this code and check the output. Here variable name is 41. If x greater than 10, print above 10. If x greater than 20 and also above 20, go to next condition, else print but not above 20. Right now it will going to print and also above 20 because greater than 20. This both condition will be going to print above 10 and also above 20. If it is below 20, now but not above 20, this condition will be skipped because this condition is false. Pass statement. Python pass statement. The If statement cannot be empty, but if you for some reason have an if statement with no content, put in the pass statement to avoid getting an error. Here A is the variable and B is the variable. Here checking condition B greater than A, but you don't want to print something here. You will write code later. On that time you can use pass. You will not get any error. It is if you have if you want to write some logic here but you don't know, on that time you can use this pass keyword. The pass statement is a null operation. Nothing happens when it executes. It serves as a placeholder. Then Python match. The match statement is used to perform different actions based on different conditions. This is the syntax for match and here expression. Okay, here there is a code. Day is a variable and it has a value right now 4. Here match day, match is the keyword and day is a variable. Here day value is 4 right now. This will be going to print. We'll check Thursday. If I am making some changes in this value, I'll giving 7 right now, then it will going to print Sunday. While loop. Python while loop. Python has two primitive loop commands, while loops, for loops. Okay, the while loop. With the while loop we can execute a set of statement as long as condition is true. If the condition is not true, what will happen? It will going to continue. Your code will not stopping if you use while condition. So here I value is 1, I lesser than 6. Here condition I value is lesser than 6, then it will going to break the while loop. Print I. Here I plus equal to 1, I value going to increase. It's like rotating simply. 1 to 5. If I remove this, what will happen? We'll check it. It will continue. It will not stopping because there is no condition to stop this. Here I'll make break right now. It will going to stop. The break statement. With the break statement we can stop the loop even if the while condition is true. Exit the loop when I is 3. Here I value is 1 while I less than 6. Print I. If I equal to 3, break. Right now what will happen? Here I value going to increase 1 to 3. 3 is printed, then remaining will not going to print. It will stop the loop. 1 2 3. If we remove this statement or commenting this, we'll going to print till pi. Next, for loop. A for loop is used for iterating over a sequence, that is either a list, tuple, dictionary, set, or string. This is a less like the for keyword in other programming language and works more like an iterator method as found in other object-oriented programming language. With the for loop, we can execute a set of statements once for each item in a list, tuple, set, etc. So this is the for loop. This is the list variable. How we can identify list variable? Because of this square bracket, open square bracket and closing square bracket. Here we can iterate the values using for loop. If I going to print, it will print apple, banana and cherry. If I write here break, what will happen? Only apple will going to print. With the break statement, we can stop the loop before it has looped through all the items. Exit the loop when x is banana. कॉपी ठीक से नहीं हुआ होगा. Here print is a list variable and condition here for loop for x in print x. Okay, this is the condition. if x equal to banana break. यहाँ पर जब बनाना आएगा मतलब आइटम इटरेट 1 by 1 यूजिंग फॉर लूप, मतलब इटरेट करने के लिए यूज़ करते हैं, तो एप्पल के बाद ए प्रिंट होगा और नेक्स्ट ए होगा. अभी कंडीशन क्या लिखा है हियर? व्हाट वी रिटर्न द कंडीशन? इफ एक्स वैल्यू इज बनाना देन ब्रेक. इट विल नॉट गोइंग टू प्रिंट राइट नाउ apple and banana because condition here breaking, because we got already banana. Python functions. A function is a block of code which only runs when it is called. Function can return data as a result. A function helps avoiding code repetition. In Python, a function defined using dep keyword. This is the very important. When you creating function, you should remember dep keyword, function name followed by a function name and parenthesis. Like this we can create function in Python. मतलब ऐसे हम function को create कर सकते हैं Python में. Here function name is my function and how to call this function. तो इसको हम कैसे कॉल कर सकते हैं, तो मैंने अभी कॉपी किया है. Right now I copied this function name and I'm just calling like this. Then it will going to print hello from a function. hello from a function. It's like a block of code. You can write anything here and call function like this. It will going to print whatever inside your function. This is the keyword is very important when you're creating function. To call a function, write its name followed by parenthesis. Like this we need to call function. We can call function many times. If we want same functionality some other place, like this we can call function, because this is the one block of code wherever we can able to execute that. I'm calling 3 times, so it will going to print 3 times. Python function arguments. Information can be passed into function as arguments. This is the function code. I'm just copying this. Whatever here passing, these all are considered as arguments. So right now this is a function, my function, and this is the argument. Here I printed plus this one. Right now passing function, calling function here, and app name is email right now here, and second function app name is Tobias, and third Linus. So when I am going to run this code, what will happen? It will print like this because function name here we printed like this. Python arguments and keyword arguments. By default, a function must be called with the correct number of arguments. Arbitrary arguments, args. If you don't know how many arguments will be passed into your function, add asterisk before the parameter name. When you don't know how many arguments you passing inside your function, that time we are using these arguments, arbitrary arguments. Here given the example, the youngest child is Linus. Okay, here passed many arguments. When we declare this, then only it is possible. If I remove this, will not work. Takes a one positional argument, but 3 were given because it's not arbitrary argument. If I write like this, then only it will work. The arguments parameter allows the function to accept any number of positional arguments. This is the basic definition of arguments. Then Python scope. A variable is only available from inside the region it is created. This is called scope. Local scope. A variable created inside a function belongs to the local scope of that function and can only be used inside the function. Here I am copying the function. Right now here function name is my function and here function variable is x equal to 300 print x. Right now it will going to print 300. It's a local variable. If I going to print here outside print top x, then it will give error. Name x is not defined because it is a local variable. If I declare this outside function, then it will work. 300 because this is a global variable. If I write inside function, it will be the local variable. Function inside function. As explained in the example above, the variable x is not available outside the function, but it is available for any function inside the function. The local variable can be accessed from a function within the function. So I am going to copy this. Here there is a two function. This is a first function, this is a inner function. This can remember this first function variable value, and here calling the first function. If I print outside, it will not work. Python decorators let you add extra behavior to a function without changing the function's code. Decorator is a function that takes another function as an input and returns a new function. Basic decorator: define the decorator first, then apply it with add decorator name above the function. Okay, I'm going to copy this code. A basic decorator that uppercase the return value of the decorated function. How we can write decorator? Like I am creating one function def my decorator. This is a function. Here I am writing one function, another function, wrapper function. Print hi before call function. Here I am passing one function name. Print after function. Return wrapper. New function. Print hello. Here I am using decorator and calling this function. Here we can see before call function. This is a decorator, and here I am calling the function before call function, printing hello, which is a new function. After that, I printing after function. This is the text which I am going to print. This is the decorator. This is a very basic decorator we can call. Also, this is very important in interview. Every interview almost this question is asking. Here function name change case, and inner function returns function dot upper. It will convert uppercase to this text. Here this is a new function. When I going to run, what will happen? It will changing the text to uppercase, because here using uppercase in the decorator. When you using return, that time we need to use print. Using change case decorator on the two functions. This is the decorator function, and this is the two functions which is different one, and here mentioning the decorator function. Here added the decorator function. When I am going to print, here we'll going to change the text to lowercase to uppercase, because here using decorator we made it uppercase. Next, Python lambda. What is lambda function? A lambda function is a small anonymous function. Lambda function can take any numbers of argument but can only have one expression. This is the lambda function syntax. The expression is executed and the result is returned. Here 10 two arguments a and then return the result. This is the example. This is the variable, and this is the lambda is a keyword for lambda function, and this is the argument, and this is the expression a plus 10. Right now I'm printing here x of 5 plus 10, then it will print output is 15. Lambda function can take any number of arguments. We can write many arguments inside lambda function, but there is only one expression. Here you can see here I added two variable arguments a and b, a star b. Here printing x of 6. 5 into 6, it's 36, right? 5 into 6, 30. Okay, 30. Summarize arguments A, B and C and then return the result. There is a three argument A, B, C, A plus B, B plus C. It will adding all three. What will be the output? 5 plus 6, 11, 12, 13. Like this we can able to write lambda function and get the sum of arguments. Why use lambda functions? The power of lambda is better shows when you use them as an anonymous function inside another function. Return lambda of. This is the example I'm going to check here. This is the function and inside there is a lambda function. This is the variable. Here calling the function, this one, giving the argument 2 which is n, and here 11 is a. Eleven into 2 will be 22. Python recursion. Recursion is when a function calls itself. Recursion is a common mathematical and programming concept. It means that a function calls itself. This has the benefit of meaning that you can loop through data to reach a result. Developers should be very careful with recursion as it can be quite easy to slip into writing a function which never terminates or one that uses excessive amounts of memory or process power. When written correctly, recursion can be a very efficient and mathematically elegant approach to programming. A simple recursive function that counts down from pi. This is a recursion. This is a function name and calling same function here. This is called recursion. And here I am calling the function with the argument 5. N value is 5 here. If n less than equal to 0, print done. It is greater than 0 right now. Then it will going here print n and it will repeat the function. N minus 1. N value is 5. It will print until the value is 0 and it will going to print this print statement. Identifying base case and recursive case. Finding factorials. This is an example of finding factorials. This is a factorial function and there is an argument n. If n equal to 0 or n equal to 1, return 1. This is the first condition. Else return n star factorial of n minus 1. Here subtracting the values. So right now I'm going to run this code. Factorial of pi is 120. Python generators. Generators are functions that can pause and resume their execution. Simple generator function. When a generator function is called, it returns a generator object which is an iterator. The code inside the function is not executed yet, it is only compiled. The function only executes when you iterate over the generator. Simple generator function. Here in generator, instead of return keyword, we are using eld. It will write output one at a time when we calling. Very important is this keyword in generator. ओके है ना, वीडियो है ना, बाद में देखते हैं लोग, ठीक है, वो अपलोड हो जाएगा तब देख लेंगे, तो इसलिए मैं बना रहा हूँ, ठीक है। Then Python range function. What is Python range function? The built-in range function returns an immutable sequence of numbers commonly used for looping a specific number of times. A range function we can use like this: start, stop and step. Also we can able to print use keyword range like this. Print of x. जब हम प्रिंट ऑफ x लिखेंगे तो यहाँ क्या हो जाएगा, 0 to 9 तक प्रिंट हो जाएगा. This the range 0 to 10. We can do that. Call range with the 2 arguments. Okay, it मतलब ये डायरेक्टली डिस्प्ले करता है कैसे रेंज आना है यार. ऐसे देना होता है उसको. Range function we can use like this: 3 to 10. I am given range is 3 to 10 right now. From 3 to remaining will going to print till 9, because here I given 10. What will happen here is, if I given 11, then it will print 10. Here you can see the output. Call range function with 3 arguments. There is a syntax we already saw here. A range function: start, stop and step. This is an example. Create a range number from 3 to 9. Here what happen is, this is a 2. What will happen? 3, 4 will not printing here, because here skipping given value is 2. If I given here 3, what will happen? Here 3, 5 will not print here. 6 9 3 6 9, like this it will going to print. If I remove this and just kept like this, what will happen? It will be going to print this whole thing. When we going to skip, we can give the value, like I am skipping 4 values, then 3 and 7 only going to print. If I write here 100, it will skipping the 4 times. Between the 3 and 7 there is a skipping values 4 5 6. 3 values will be going to skip, and fourth one is printing. 8 9 10, 11th one is printing. Like this we can able to use range. And there is a for loop. Range are often used in for loops to iterate over a sequence of numbers. This is a for loop. For I in range of 10, so it will going to print 0 to 9, because here I given value is 10. First value it will always considering 0. If we don't want this 0, then what we can do? 1 to 10, then 0 will skip. Here 1 to 9, right now we can see the output. Using list to display ranges. The range object is a date type that presents an immutable sequence of numbers, and it is not directly displayable. Therefore, ranges are often converted to list for display. Here using list printed the range. Like other sequence, range can be sliced to extract the sequence. Extract a subsequence from a range. R is a variable and this is a range 10. R of 2. What will going to print? It will print 0 1 2 3 R of 0. Okay, particular index it will going to print. If I write here list, it will print 0 1 2. Membership testing. Range support membership testing with the in operator. Test if the numbers 6 and 7 are present in the range. This is the values which even number values only here. 6 in R true, 7 in R false, because there is no present 7 inside this list. Next, length. Ranges support the length function to get the number of elements in the range. We can able to check the length of the variable. Here is 5, because here I added value is 2, skipping 2 values. So right now it will length will be increased. It will print 10. If I given 3, what will happen? It will skip value 3. Then what will print? Length is 4. Print list of R 0369. There is a 4 length right now. If I write 2, the length is 5 right now. 0, 1 2 3 4 5. There is some exercises. If you not got this site, you can just search here in the Chrome browser W3 school Python. Like this you will get, and you enter this, you will get the site in Chrome browser. Python arrays. Arrays are used to store multiple values in one single variable. What is the difference between array and list? List is a Python data type, and array also like same data type present inside a variable, then it's called array. If there is a different data type, I'll show you with the example. Right now this is a array, we can consider like that. If there is a value with a different data type, right now this is a string data type, this is a integer, then it will consider as list, not a array. This is the difference between array and list. If there is different data type with the variable, then it will consider as list. If the same data with the values of items, then it will consider as array. What is an array? Array is a special variable which can hold more than one values at a time. If you have a list of items, a list of car names, for example, storing the cars in single variable could look like this. Access the element of an array. It's like a same thing what we can perform in the list. Same functionality we can able to use here also, array. This the checking length of the array. Here 3 items present, length will be 3. This the variable which storing the length of cars, and here I am going to print the values. Python iterators. An iterator is an object that contains a countable number of values. An iterator is an object that can be iterated upon, meaning that you can traverse through all the values. Iterator versus iterable. List, tuple, dictionary and sets are all iterable objects. They are iterable containers which you can get an iterator form. From all these objects have iter method which is used to get an iterator. Return an iterator from a tuple and print each values. This is the example. It will print single value at a time. Right now this is a variable. This is a tuple variable, and here I am going to change this using keyword iter. Then it is the iterator object. The iterable is this one. Then when I am going to print that iterator object, then it will going to print apple, single value at a time it will going to print using keyword next. Here when you going to print iterators, next. These all are the example, you can check it once when you are available. There is a for loop. We can also use a for loop to iterate through an iterable object. Also we can print using for loop, iterate the items. Same thing, whatever the iterator is doing, same functionality we can do using for loop. Python modules. What are the Python modules? Here we can learn what is Python module. Consider a module to be same as a code library, a file containing a set of functions you want to include in your application. Create module. Create a module, just save the code you want in a file with the file extension .py. Save this code in a file named module.py. Example for the module. Uses a module. Now we can use the module we just created by using import statement. What exactly here is, I'm creating one file here. This is my VS Code editor. Here I'm creating file and writing this block code, function code inside it. Okay, then import the module name, my module, and call the greeting function. For that I need to create another file here, main.py. Here I return the function name, which is the file name is mymodule.py, and this is the function name greeting, and here I am calling this module which is this one file name is considered as module. Import my module dot greetings of Jonathan. Here function what will do, hello Jonathan, it will print hello Jonathan. So you can see here I imported the module. This is a file name which is I imported here, and I am calling that function greeting and passing the variable Jonathan. Then I am going to run this. Here you can see hello Jonathan. This is exactly the module. I hope there is no doubt for anyone what is module. Variables in module. The module can contain functions as already described, but also variable of all types, array, dictionary, object, etc. Save this code in the file mymodule.py. My module. Right now, person is a variable which is a dictionary variable. I am importing this module, my module, which is the file name, and person of age. We can print person age here, so I'm just going to run 36. Like this we can access the module code. There's a many modules in Python. Naming a module, you can name the module file whatever you like, but it must have the extension .py. When you create a module, you can give the any name to the module, but ending with the extension .py. It is the very important, otherwise it will not consider as module. You can create aliases when you import a module by using as keyword. Create an aliases for my module called mx. Import my module as mx. Okay. Right now here imported the module, my module, and this name will be referenced as mx, and here mx.person1 of age, this variable will going to store the age. Right now I'm just running this, it will print 36 because here this person1 value is 36. Built-in modules. There are several built-in modules in Python which you can import whenever you like. Import and use the platform module. Import platform x equal to platform.system. This is a inbuilt module, so we no need to install this. I think here I'm just importing this module. This is not needed, I'm not using right now. Platform is an inbuilt module in Python, so what will it will going to print, we'll check. Darwin platform.system, x is the variable, and here printing name is Darwin. Like this we can able to use modules in Python using the dir means directory function. User is an built-in function to list all the function names or variable names in a module. List all the defined names belonging to the platform module. This is the output. Import from module. You can choose to import only part from a module by using the from keyword. Import person. Okay, I'm copying this code and this is our module. Here I'm going to print this code and this the import inside main.py. Control A, Control V. Here imported the person which is written here. Person is a variable. Person one of age. Like this we can able to access the module functionality. Python dates. What is Python dates? A date in Python is not a date type of its own, but we can import a module named datetime to work with the date as a date object. Import the datetime module and display the current date. This is the example. Here imported the module name is datetime. X is the variable datetime.now, which is the current datetime we're going to print here. Today date is 1 and this is the timing. Date output. When we execute the code from the example above, the result will be like this. So we got this. Datetime also inbuilt method in Python. Return the year and name of the week. We need to write a code like this. Print x dot year, x dot string app time. So it will print year, this one, and day we can print like this. Creating date objects. To create a date, we can use the datetime class constructor of the datetime module. The datetime class requires 3 parameters to create a date: year, month, day. Create a date object. This is the object. X is the object. It will store the values of these. And here printing year, and this one is month, and this is date. Here you can see the format. String app time method. Datetime object has a method for formatting date object into readable string. Was never closed. Like this we can able to check the month. These all are the functionality that how we can use particular. This is the output, which output we want. Like this we can able to execute. Python math. Python has a set of built-in math functions, including an extensive math module that allows you to perform mathematical tasks on numbers. Built-in math function. The min max functions can be used to find the lowest or highest value in an interval. X is the variable, y is the variable. Here minimum value printed is 5 and max value is 25. Directly we can able to print using the inbuilt function. Min is the inbuilt and max is the inbuilt. From this the smaller value which is minimum, and here 25 is the max. ABS, this is a function returns the absolute positive value of the specified number. Okay, we'll check it. .25. It will remove operator minus, which is subtraction. This is the inbuilt function which is finding the power of the number. 4 to the power of 3 will be 64. Python JSON. JSON is a syntax for storing and exchanging data. JSON is a text written with JavaScript object notation. Python has a built-in package called JSON, which can be used to work with JSON data. We can import JSON like this. Import JSON. This is the example. Convert from JSON to Python. Control-C. Import JSON. Here using JSON.loads of X. This is the 1 second. If you have a JSON string, you can pass it by using the JSON.loads method. If value is in the form of string, right now here single quote we can see it is considered string, we can load data inside JSON. Like this y is an object and storing the JSON data, and we can able to access the JSON data. The result is Python dictionary. Like this we can access the dictionary values. This is a key and this is a value. Python object dict. This is the dictionary variable converted into JSON. Here converting the JSON object is y Right now it will going to print JSON data. Dictionary will convert it to JSON, so it will taking some time. Control A, Control C. I am refreshing the page. Control A, Control V. It will print the JSON data. If I check type, what will happen? Type of Y. This is a string. This is a JSON string. Here we are going to convert this to JSON data. Before it was dictionary. Python regex. Regex is imported like this which is a inbuilt function, inbuilt module. Regex can be used to check if a string contains the specified search pattern. Python has a built-in package called RE, which can be used to work with the regular expressions. When you have imported the RE module, you can start using regular expressions. Here example, search the string to see if the start with a the and ends with a Spain. This is an example how to use regex. Print of x. This is a text which is added here. Like this we can print that as we have a match, no match. Like this we can able to use regular expression module which is RE. Regular expression functions are find all, search, split and sub. Replaces one or many matches with a string. Python pip. What is pip? Pip is a package manager for Python packages or module if you like. Using pip we can able to install Python modules packages. What is a package? Package contains all the files you need for a module. Modules are Python code libraries you can include in your project. Using pip we can able to check the Python version also. Pip version, let's check something. Here I am using macOS. Pip 3 need to be used here. Python 3.13 I am using here. If you do not have pip installed, you can download and install it from this. If there is not found pip, then you can go through this link and you can install this pip. I'm going to install this package right now. Camel case. Here I am using macOS, so I need to add 3 here. pip3 install camel case. Enter. It will going to install. Like this we can able to install packages. Using package. Once the package is installed, it is ready to use. Import the camel case package into your project. Like this we are going to import this. Control C. I already installed that package, so I can able to use that package right now. Camel case, camel case here imported, and here I using text, this one. C is the object, camel case object. C dot hump, this is the inbuilt function which make this camel case. Hello world will convert to, checking the output, it will convert camel case, which is the first letter will convert to capital. Like this we can install packages, and if we want to remove or uninstall package, we can use pip uninstall camel case. Right now I'm going to uninstall this package. If you are using Mac OS, you need to write pip3. If you are using Windows, then directly it will be working. So right now I'm entering S, so it will uninstalled. If I run this code, it will not work right now because no module name, this one, because this package is not present. Use the list command to list all the packages installed on your system. This is the command to list all packages. We can check what packages I installed. We can check using this command. I'm just entering. These all are packages which is present in my laptop right now. Try and accept block. The try block lets you test a block of code for errors. The accept block lets you handle the error. The else block lets you execute code when there is no error. Finally, block lets you execute code regardless of the result of the try and accept block. Exception handling. When an error occurs, or exception as we call it, Python will normally stop and generate an error message. These exceptions can be handled using try statement. The try block will be generate an exception because X is not defined. Here now we can use try and accept block. We'll check. This is the try. Print X. Right now here X is not defined anywhere in the code. Here handling exception. Print an exception occurred. This condition will not met, then it will not giving the error. It will print this one. An exception occurred. Print one message if the try block raises a name error and another for the other errors. Okay, I'm copying this code and getting the output for this. Right now still here X is not defined, variable X is not defined. It will print name error, something else went wrong. If other than this error, it will go in this condition, except it will print this statement. Right now variable x is not defined, it will directly print because here not defined yet. If I declare and check it once, x equal to 7, then it will going to print 7. Finally we'll check the finally block, if specified, will be executed regardless if the try block raises an error or not. It will print every time finally if it will give error or not, but it will print something went wrong because here x is not defined. It will going to print and this will print every time. This is not matter it's error or not, the try except is finished. This is the functionality of finally. This can be useful to close object and clean up resources. Try to open and write to a file that is not writable. This is an example, we'll check it once. Something went wrong when opening the file because this file is not present. This statement executed. Find this one, something went wrong when opening the file because this file not present, for that it is writing like this. So I'm writing this code inside my VS Code and checking this, Control A, Control V. This is not present here, this file name. If I create this, what will happen? We'll check it. Open demo file.txt, try write. Okay, we need to give here path. Right now what is the path for this? Something went wrong when writing to the file. Finally we'll closing the file. What I can do, I'll just copying this code. Let's break down what your Python code is doing step by step and why it behaves the way it does. Detailed explanation, how to try except block. Have opened demo file. Okay, this attempt to open the file since you did not specify a mode. Okay, I did not specify mode, read or write, that is not specified. So file read mode R, by default. Okay, try except finally block f dot write. You are trying to write to a file that was opened in read only mode. Okay, finally block. This always runs whatever an exception occurred or not. Ensures the file is properly closed. Very important for system resources. Right now, here I mentioned to write. Right now I'm copying this code and Control V. So this text will be written inside file. Here you can see. Like this we can use try except finally block in Python. This is the definitions how we can use try except block in Python. And next, Python string formatting. F string was introduced in Python 3.6. Okay. Before Python 3.6, we had to use format method. Instead of format method, we are using app right now. Right now, Python version is 3.13 or 14, latest Python version. Here I am using right now 13, I think. Instead of format, we are using right now app. Example, how we can able to print the text. Like this we can able to print 49. I am giving outside 49, x equal to 49. Here like this we need to add and it will print same output. The price is $49 using app string, format string. Placeholders are modifiers. So which just I shown here. Here is the another example. Here price will going and printing in the text. The price is $59. Like this we can use app string, format string. Python none. None is a special constant in Python that represents absence of a value. Its data type is none type and none is the only instance of a none type object. Variable can be assigned none to indicate no value or not set. Assign and display a none value. Example, when I print, it will print none. Use type comparing to none. To compare a value to none, use the identity operator is or is not. Use the identity operator is for comparisons with none. No result at. Result is none. Is none. This is just the example. Similar example but using is not instead. Result value is none, is not none. If it is something other, the result is ready. If I write here none, it will going to print no result at. True or false. None evaluates to false in a Boolean context. Boolean, basically we know that it will write true or false. Right now Boolean none. It will write false. If write 1, it will write true. Next, Python user inputs. Python allows for user input. That means we are able to ask the user for input. The following example asks for your name, and when you enter a name, it gets printed on the screen. How to take Python input? This is the example. Print enter your name. First it will print enter your name. Here name is a variable and here taking input. I'm writing something text and enter hello. Whatever I give an input, it will going to print here because I am using here format string hello and name which I given here. Like this we can use in Python user input. Also there is another way. Enter your name input. Control Z. Right now what will happen? I'm commenting this and directly using like this. If I write something, this is a name, enter your name John, then enter, it will print hello John. Like this we can write input, user input. Here already there is a example how we can write user input. Multiple inputs. multiple inputs, we need to create multiple variable. That's it. Control A, Control V. Right now I'm going to run this. Hello John, what is your favorite animal? Writing tiger. What is your favorite color? Enter. What is your favorite number? Do you want blue tiger with the 9 legs? This is what I added here. So it is printing first variable, second variable and third variable, which is the input values. Here I give a 9, for that here printing 9. Input number. The input from the user is treated as a string. Even if in the example above you can input a number, the Python interpreter will still treat it as a string. You can convert the input into a number with the float function. To find the square root, the input has to be converted into a number. This is the example. Enter a number. Here I am giving 3. Here giving error. What is the error? Line number 4. Name math is not defined. Did you forget to import math? So what I need to do here, import math. Here right now I'm giving number 3. Then the square root of 3 is 1 point. This is the output. What I'll do here, int of y. It will print only 1. The square root of 3 is 1. Square root of, I'm running again, square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Here there is a very important topic, Python virtual environment, and why we can use virtual environment in Python. So here explanation. Virtual environment in Python is an isolated environment on your computer where you can run and test your Python projects. This is very important. It allows you to manage project specific dependencies without interfere with the other projects or the original Python installation. Here basically what happened, here you can see I installed some module where the module is okay. Here pip install camel case. Here right now I am directly going to install this package. So it got installed. Right now I am running this command pip3 list, what will happen? It will show all the packages which is I already installed inside my project directory. So I don't want to this all packages. Then what we need to do? First we need to create a virtual environment. How to create that I'll show you. If you using Windows, then you need to use this command to create virtual environment. If you are using Mac OS or Linux, then you need to use this command. Right now I am going to create this virtual environment Python 3, and my virtual environment name is my first project. Okay, so I'm going to enter, and here you can see virtual environment created. This is the result. And how to activate virtual environment? If you are Windows, you are using Windows, then you need to activate virtual environment like this. I'm using Mac OS. Right now I need to run this command and activate the virtual environment. Here got activated. Once it activated, here virtual environment will be displaying. Right now here displaying, it means environment is activated. Right now I am running this package. I am going to install pip3 install camel case. Once I enter, it will going to install inside my first project. This is the virtual environment. Here I installed this module pip3 list. Then it will show only one present. If I install uninstall, what I'll do, I'm opening another terminal and I'm going to uninstall that by using command uninstall. Where is the uninstall command? This is the command to uninstall package. I'm using Mac OS. If you are using Mac OS, then you need to enter command like this and then uninstall that package. Right now this package got uninstalled. This is a global terminal. When I write pip3 list, it will show all the packages which already present in my local system. Right now here we cannot see this package because I already uninstalled this control F command F. I'm searching that it is not present here below because uninstalled. If I go in here inside my virtual environment pip3 list, enter, so here we can see it is present inside my virtual environment. This is the virtual environment how we can use in projects. Every time when we going to create any project, this is the necessary. When we going to deploy project, this will be the very important part in Python. How we can create virtual environment, that all thing. Right now I covered this all topics till here. Remaining is Python classes. we'll start later on the next live session. We'll check it this. If you not get this site, you can just go to your Chrome browser and search w3 school python. It will get like this website, and you can click python and will get the topics. You can check it once. These all are the basic topic that if you are beginner, then you can start from here to here. Otherwise you can use ChatGPT and create Python topics, basic topic, and you can start learning. And I'll show you how you can learn Python for beginners. So it will give the topics and create one PDF, and here these all are the topics which generated by ChatGPT. ChatGPT is free for everyone, so you can use this. And what you can do, provide overlap code right here. It will provide some content like this. You can generate PDF from this. Here I got generated this content, and just I'm copying and go to new tab and search overlap. In mobile or laptop it will be fine. It is also free, you can use it. Go here and control A, control V, and recompile it. You will get the PDF format of these all topics, and you can download from here. It is got downloaded, and go to your download section, and here my PDF, and I am opening that PDF. Here you can get the content of which you generated. Like this you can able to learn Python easily. Free of cost you can learn Python. It is very simple and easy. You can learn Python from mobile as well as laptop. If need any help, you can comment below. We'll check it later. Thank you for watching.